The real reason folks play games and disappear on you, fully explained within this video. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, the real reason folks play games and disappear on you will be fully explained within this video. Now, y'all, I understand that this is a sad reality within the dating world, right? You start meeting people, you done swipe left, swipe right, right? People come into your life, they here momentarily, and then they dip. And it's like an ongoing process, I get it. You meet new people, you meet new friends, or you may meet people who you are interested in, whether it's platonically or romantically, and then out of nowhere, they just move on, disappear, right? And here you are, clueless, trying to figure things out. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I won't let you play with me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I won't let you play with me. You over here trying to figure out what you did wrong. You trying to figure out why is it that they stepped away from you, as if you wasn't the one who was bringing all the value. And see, I'm going to tell you like this, y'all. You must know and understand your worth, or the world will tell you what it is. This is even for people who are working at jobs, right? Those people probably feel like they can't work for themselves or build a business, be a freelancer, or even tap into their gift, so they sit on their job and take all the strife, all the BS, right? All the stress and the work pressure that job has to offer, because they feel like that's all that they are worth. Okay? This can go for a relationship. You feel like, man, this is what I gotta settle for. This is all I can get. I'm not worth anything else. There's not going to be another person who's going to be as nice to me as they were. It's not going to be another person who was there for me as they were. Here's the funny thing. Number one, they wasn't nice to you. Secondly, they wasn't good to you. Reno, what are you saying right now? When people play games and disappear on you, it leaves us in confusion, doubt of self. And we're trying to figure things out. But listen, y'all, luckily you got your big bro Reno. Once again, y'all, I want to tell you, all the signs of how you know, or the reasons of how you know and why they play games and disappear on you, all right? So you don't got to be looking up Google. I know how it go, y'all. We start looking on Google. Why did they leave me? Signs they are cheating. I get it, right? You don't got to read the books. Now, books are always good. I'm never going to tell you to stop reading books, right? One of my favorite books is The Art of War, The Art of Not Giving a F, okay? Think and Grow Rich. Like, I love reading books, and I love reading books about human nature. For my men, read a book called The Rational Male, right? No More Mr. Nice Guy. These are book titles. The Way of the Superior Man, The Seat of the Soul. I mean, y'all, these books, literally, y'all, get those books and read them. So, yes, you can read the books. However, I'm talking about when it comes to you just being confused, you YouTubing people like me, you trying to figure out what it is that you did wrong. No, I'm about to give y'all the real reasons of why they played games, okay, and disappeared on you, all right? Once again, you ain't do nothing wrong, and so don't act like that, all right? But with that being said, y'all already know how we do. Y'all see we are right here surrounded by the great couch, all right? Can't talk today, y'all, but the great couch. And yeah, we're about to get into some real insight, y'all, about this matter. All right, what today is, y'all? June the 4th, y'all. All right, yeah, June the 4th. I'm trying to rush the week already, but June the 4th, y'all. And I hope everybody is having a good day, right, on this blessed day. And guess what? If you're not, I hope that this video is a pick-me-up video to let you know that things can be much worse. And also, y'all, just ultimately appreciate your blessings, right? Drop that down below in the comments. Appreciate your blessings, man. All right, ladies and gents. But family, y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. And of course, don't forget to go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. All right, I'll put the link up on the screen. But anyway, y'all, the real reason folks play games and disappear on you. Number one, y'all, they do this to bring your guard down. All right, they do this to bring your guard down. Right now, you are stoic, right? Which means you're probably not showing a lot of emotions, or if you are showing emotions, it's very limited, right? You're not allowing them just to come into your life and just figure out who your grandmama is, where your kids stay, if you have any. You know, you ain't telling them what you did in your 5th grade date on the playground. You're not giving them, you know, confidential information so fast. And this is really good, y'all, because people can pick up when you are gullible. You know, especially the smart ones or people who got street knowledge. People can tell when you are naive. People can tell when you haven't had a man in your life, right? Especially other men, and women can tell when you probably got mama issues. So they break your guard down and try to bring your guard down by playing games with your mind and disappearing on you, right? Well, Reno, how does that work? Let's just think about it for a second. I know y'all like soccer. Yep, or some of y'all. Some of y'all may know about football, right? But the point is, y'all, with soccer, you have, I can't remember how many people they got on the soccer field, but you got a good bit of people out there, and they play for about 60 to 90 minutes per quarter. Woo, boy, they running. That's some running right there, y'all. I'm gonna just be honest. That's some running. You got to be in shape and have some endurance. But anyway, in soccer, you have something called a goalie. The goalie is set in place to block anyone who tries to score a goal, right? So it operates like a guard. If the opposite team does not have a goalie, then I feel bad for them, because they finna be scoring all day and all night once they make it past the defense. Reno, what are you saying? You are like your own goalie, right? You got a guard up that's so high, and it's not like you don't allow them to see certain things. It's not like you don't have, you know, an open spirit, an open mind to certain things. It's just that you haven't allowed them to come all the way in, and rightfully so. In the beginning, that's how things should be. They shouldn't know what your favorite color was, you know, in 1st grade. They shouldn't know, you know, how many relationships you have had. These things happen over time, and they get to know it over time. But I'm talking about within this first week, y'all, 2 weeks, maybe even a month, maybe 2. They should gradually get to know you. You shouldn't give them all of it. So when they notice this, they're going to say, you know what? Let me play some games with them. Let me disappear on them. See if that'll get them right. Yeah, let me ghost them. Okay? But see, before they ghost you, you'll ghost yourself, right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. You can't ghost me. You cannot ghost a person who's already prepared to walk away. You cannot ghost a person who's already prepared to be by themselves. Like, you just can't, right? And so with that being said, y'all, that's one of the real reasons of why they play games and disappear on you, because they want to bring your guard down. They know it's something else that they can get from you. They know that you are hiding something, or not even just only hiding something, but keeping it concealed. They're looking for your weak spot. Last thing I'll say on this, y'all, here I am talking about Pia again, my dog. Y'all love my dog. I love my Frenchie, and I'm going to keep talking about it. But here it is, y'all. You know, one thing about my dog, how I know she loves me, is that when she come over to me, she turn over and she expose her belly to me. That is one way of not only Frenchies, but most dogs. When a dog roll over and expose their belly to you, they're giving you their vulnerability, their soft side. It's a form of submission, right? And so people want you to roll over and give them your vulnerability, right? That's what they want. They want you to automatically give them your soft side and just submission. And that's just not how it works, y'all, especially not in the real world. It's crazies out here. It's weirdos out here. It's people who don't deserve it. And there's people who will just simply take advantage of it. I'm just being honest, y'all, but that's that, y'all. I don't want to, beat this into a poke, but ultimately, they want to bring your guard down. Number 2, to break your confidence. all right, to break your confidence. Somebody drop in the comments and say, you can't break my confidence. Woo, see, when you have confidence, you got true power. When you have confidence, you are a man or woman of honor, which means before I honor the next man or woman, I honor myself. Let me just say this real quick. Y'all know who I admire? I admire the man who moved with dignity and integrity without having a woman to encourage him. Yep, I said it. I love to see whether it's a black brother, right? Especially my black brothers, y'all. Got to show love to my ethnic race, but white brother, Hispanic brother, Asian brother, just a brother, period. I love to see when they move with dignity and integrity without having any motive behind it, right? Same thing with a woman. I love to see a woman not be so revealing and moving in a hoish manner, right? Just off of the backs of herself. She has respect for herself, dignity and integrity for herself. Make sense of what I'm saying? It's not that, oh, I'm going to do this because I'm in a relationship. Well, when the relationship is gone, what are you going to do now? And we're watching this with Cardi B right now. I'm not saying that she don't have every reason to move on, but it's how you do something. Somebody going to say, well, Reno, Offset cheated in public too. Well, last time I checked, he didn't have no videos out here showing himself, behind a woman smacking her butt, right? Smacking her tail. I'm just being honest. So the way a person move and go about something, it speaks about their integrity and it speaks about their dignity. This is who they are without having any motive or a person behind them or a relationship or a job or whatever the case is. That's them regardless. I love that, right? And so a person who moves like that, they have this level of confidence in themselves. When people are acting weird, strange, hoish, doggish, right? The list goes on. It's because they don't have a confidence in themselves. Therefore, I'm going to do what everyone else is doing. Now, some people is comfortable in moving in that, and that's all they know. Guess what? I get it, right? It don't make it right or wrong. However, I get it. But the point is, y'all, with a confident person, they are moving strong. They have strength, dignity, and integrity. And so what a person have to do to get past that is to break that confidence. I got to make you not feel like you are handsome. I got to make you not feel like you are beautiful. I got to make you not feel like you are smart. You follow what I'm saying? Because that's where your confidence lies, right? A football player knows that he is a good football player if he made it to the NFL. Say what you want, y'all. You can say he on the bench. You can say he only played one quarter out the game. You can say what you want. If you make it to that level, you had to be good to a certain degree, period. You are good, right? So guess what? His confidence is within his football game, right? Break his leg, hurt his elbow or pinky or Achilles, no more confidence. That's why you have to be confident in self. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Somebody drop in the comments also and say, I'm confident in me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm confident in me. Number 3, y'all, it's going to be this right here. To create mystery. Okay? To create mystery. Now, when a person is trying to create mystery, it is specifically for this reason. They are hiding who they really are. All right? They are hiding who they really are. But Reno, I thought you said that we should not, show who we are so soon. See, it is okay to place limitations on who you are as an individual in terms of things that does not need to be disclosed, things that can get you robbed, scammed, things that can, show a person how to move towards you. Absolutely. You shouldn't be around here telling people, hey, I got $1 million in my bank account. No, keep that disclosed. However, when I say hiding who they really are, I'm talking about their character. I'm going to expose my character off the rip. First date, right? First day I meet you. First time I see you. you're going to see my character regardless. There's nothing to hide. They're trying to hide their character flaw. They're trying to hide that, hey, I'm not really who you think I am, but if I keep this mystery, then I'm going to be able to get what I want from you because you don't really know who I am. Do you think that women would give their bodies to some of the men that they give it to had they known what his intention was from the jump, right? And I get it. Somebody may say, well, they just naive. Maybe so. But a man with the right mouthpiece, he can possibly get whatever he wants. However, once she realized that he ain't who he said he was, then she moves on. The point is, y'all, he had to create that mystery to get it, right? So a lot of people are trying to hide who they really are. Tommy from the show Martin, y'all, was just like this. Everybody's trying to figure out what he do for work. What you do for work, man? Are you a construction worker? Do you sell drugs? Are you a model, man? Tell me what you do, right? And he always respond with the same thing. You know what I do. And he'll start laughing. And they be like, bro, we don't know what you do, man. We really don't. But understand what I am saying, y'all. People who move with mystery are hiding who they really are. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say you can't hide. Next thing, y'all, is going to be number 4. That is, they are preoccupied with someone or something else. Yeah, y'all. They are preoccupied with someone or something else. Now, oftentimes we think it's another person automatically. Most times, in my opinion, this is a complete biased opinion. I do think that it is someone else, right? Because in human nature, we naturally don't want to be alone. So I believe that it is BS when a person say, I'm just going to be alone, when they just up out of nowhere and say, I want to break up or things are not working out. How we go from spending 5 years, 10 years to now you just need your space. Yeah, it's somebody else, right? And of course, you was not happy with the situation that we were in. However, y'all, the point is that they most time are preoccupied with someone else when they are playing games and disappearing on you because they have things to keep them occupied. They have things to keep their mind off of you. So while you're worried about them and what they're doing, they over here with the next person getting their back blown out, right? Blowing somebody else back out, going on dates, talking on the phone, texting, whatever it is, but it keeps them not worried about you, right? Now, I will say this as well, y'all. Sometimes it's not a person. I got to be real, 100%. Sometimes it's not another person. Sometimes it could be family, right? It could be friends. It could be hobbies. It really can, right? You know, especially a person who's strong. This is really only for strong people. Weak people, they have to have another battery in their back or another person who places a battery in their back. That's why they won't leave until they have it. That's why they won't, make a move until they already have this move set in place. Many would say, well, Reno is chess, not checkers. That's right. But in that case, that's a sign also of weakness because you should be able to be by yourself. If you had to have another person or thing set in place before you grew the strength, then you ain't really strong like how you're portraying yourself to be. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? So sticking to the point, y'all, it can be a person, it could be a hobby, it could be family or friends, because that can occupy their time from thinking about you. It can even be a job, straight up and down, y'all. All right. If you got a person who been in a relationship for 3 years plus and they up and out of nowhere got to break up or they need space or whatever the case is, chances are, y'all, they're going to be preoccupied with another person, right? Or they can be preoccupied with family, friends, other people are now in their ear, right? It's not always the case where somebody is getting laid out and getting their back blown out. It's not always that. But most times, in my opinion, I believe so. Number 5 is going to be this right here, y'all. Insecurities and low self-esteem, okay? Insecurities and low self-esteem, y'all. Yeah, I got to say that. Now, somebody may say, well, Reno, how a person with insecurities and low self-esteem can play games and disappear on folks? I don't get that, Reno. Explain that. I got you covered. Understand this right here, y'all. These individuals are playing a different game. It's simply a different game. So it's equivalent. to a person who has weapons, and the other person want to take that person who has weapons down. They want to, but they know that I'm no match for their powers. They got guns, bazookas, bombs. No, I can't do it that way. You know what? We're gonna do a Cold War, which means we're gonna do things sneakily. I gotta use different tools and tactics to get this situation undercover, right? Or covered. I gotta use different tools and different strategies to take this person with weapons down. I got to, or else I'm laid out flat. Well, they're gonna do things in a different way, sneakily, behind their back, right? But the ultimate goal is still to lay them down. They are at war, right? They just had to use different tools, different strategies, different tactics. The person with weapons, they can do it right in your face. Get down immediately. Make sense, y'all? Here's the parallel. People with insecurities and low self-esteem, what they have to do is love bomb and overcompensate in the very beginning. That's what they do. They love bomb and overcompensate to where you like, man, this person doing all this for me. Dang, they bought me this. They did that for me. Man, I only been knowing them for 2 weeks and they already talking about they love me. And if you're not careful, you'll fall victim to the manipulation. This is a person with insecurities and low self-esteem. They know what they have to do to get in a high value person. That's almost like to basically submit in the very beginning. They have to differentiate themselves in the very beginning. They got to show that they are different from every other person you have ever met. So I'm going to love bomb you. I'm going to buy you things. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. I'm going to stand out. A person who does that, they stand out, period. And then next thing you know, they disappear and play mind games, right? You know why? Because they have insecurities and low self-esteem. People are afraid of things that are high value because they know that it is always on the market for buy, for sale. And here's the thing, y'all. It's not to say it's for sale, okay? Because if you are married, if you are in a committed relationship, right? If you are working on a job that you are already locked into, it's not to say that you are for sale, but you still have value and you can still sell. People would still buy, right? Like a person who has a house, it's already online for mortgage. People already have control over the house. People already are living there. But if they happen to move out, somebody will buy their house because it still has value. That's the same thing with yourself, y'all. All right. But like I said, y'all, this is the real reason, why folks play games and disappear on you. I'm just being honest, y'all. Right. Don't hate me. Right. And don't hate the messenger. Honestly, don't even hate the message. Just receive it, right? Just receive it. But anyway, family, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all stay locked and loaded. Y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy, okay? Become a member, meet your tribe. Go ahead and get these courses popping, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is about transformation, all right? T-shirts are still the same. Hit the link in the description. The Social Influence course is now a part of the Rich Mentality Academy, okay? Y'all can book a one-on-one session with your boy. And other than that, y'all, I'm just chilling. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.